What should you do when you're buying a used vehicle? You should call Jim Silva Car Consulting. Guys, so what should you do when you're buying a used vehicle? I made a list here for you guys. So number one, make sure the seller is a registered owner. So to do that, make sure the ownership and the used vehicle information package and all the information is the same as a person's driver's license. Obviously, if you're buying from an auto broker or a dealership, well, actually an auto broker like myself, it's going to be different because my name is not going to be on the ownership. But if you're actually buying from someone privately, make sure the information is exact. So if it's sold by, if I'm selling my car, I should say Jim Silva, my address, all that stuff, and that should be on the used vehicle information package as well as the ownership, okay? Number two, make sure the VIN number on the car matches the number on the ownership and permit. So the VIN number that's on the car, it could be on the front of the windshield, or if you open the door, it's going to be on the plate, right? It would have the VIN number. That should match the VIN number on the ownership. If it doesn't match, walk out of there. Number three, request the used vehicle information package and make sure the vehicle has no lien or money owing on it. So when you're buying privately, they don't have to show you a Carfax, but they do have to show you the used vehicle information package. So if they're showing you that, make sure there's no lien on the car. The used vehicle information package will let you know about that. Look for signs of damage and have a mechanic look after it. So if you're buying a used vehicle, you like it, the price is okay, everything is good, get a mechanic to look at it, because the mechanic will tell you if everything is good underneath and if the engine's good, the frame, all that stuff. So I always recommend getting a mechanic to look at it. Yes, you have to pay maybe $150 to a mechanic, but trust me, it's worth it. Okay? Number four, ensure the seller gives you the vehicle portion of the ownership and the used vehicle information package. So the ownership is going to have a plate portion and a vehicle portion. You need the vehicle portion from the ownership to you and signed on the back from the owner. So if I'm selling you my car, I got to give you the vehicle portion, signed on the back from me saying I'm selling the car to you. And a used vehicle information package, I got to provide that for you too, and I got to sign and date that as well. Okay, number five, write up a bill of sale that is dated and signed by yourself and the buyer. Right? So if you're selling a car, make sure that or if you're buying a car, make sure that the seller signs the bill of sale and you sign the bill of sale as well. And have the date on it and have the kilometers and a bunch of other information about the car. But you can find that stuff on, I guess on Google if you really wanted to research it. Or I could do another video about bill of sales. And last but not least, go to Service Ontario and register the vehicle. So you go to Service Ontario, you register the vehicle, you need a UVIP, so the used vehicle information package, the vehicle portion ownership, and as well as a safety certificate to transfer the car to your name. So the safety certificate, you get that done by a mechanic. So they'll tell you if the car is safety or not. Basically, they go through a minimum requirement to see if the brake pads are good, the tires are good, and a bunch of other stuff to see if the car is good enough to be on the road. And if it's not, then you have to do some repairs. So maybe the tires are bald, or maybe the brakes are bald, or you need new pads, or you need new rotors. Then you got to pay for that as well. But usually you will decide that with the person who's selling the car and make sure that they do that for you before. But if it's sold as is, you have to do that, okay? And make sure that when you go to Service Ontario to register a car and have the ownership and UVIP, you have to bring a proof of insurance, the safety standard certificate, like I said, and the odometer reading. So bring all that with you when you go to Service Ontario, and you should be okay when it comes to transferring the car over to your name. I hope you liked the video. I did this in one shot, and I hope it was good. Have a great day, guys, and I hope you come back. I'm going to have a part 2 about new cars, so check out part 2 right here.